losers semi-finals. Starting with Snake first. No Mies to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
we're avoiding the Whippy M instant by actually creating the Mies beforehand.
Yeah,
just in case we need them.
I believe it's just a contingency, essentially. It's like, I might have to fall back on this depending on how this game one goes. And as we get into game one on PS2, doesn't find saves. I think we saw Kendrick Olimar like come over, like saving him PS2 before he even sat down, and both players said over. It's like, it's a good save for both characters, both good confirmed.
It's neutral.
It's neutral. It's nice. But overall, Kendrick Olimar right now has a little bit of lead on it. He gets a little bit of percent. He's weaving around ToeJam, and like you said, it is now time for match of an experience, I believe, to rear its ugly head. Is ToeJam going to be reminiscent of how Kendrick Olimar trying to play around in neutral, or is he going to hold back on his old tricks? Yeah,
we can see Kendrick just throwing up these bombs to try and get any kind of damage on ToeJam, and yeah, the light arrow into the up air on a character as heavy as Snake, kind of very, very aggressive forward air, and there we go, the landing up till, and that's enough!
Wow!
No rage, and Snake doesn't care!
So aggressive right out the gate, came off that Halo platform swinging.
I mean, we're all speechless, aren't we? Really, let's be honest.
I mean, Youngling's like not even the lightest character. It's pretty either Kendrick Olimar got it wrong or some sort of mess up the duration curve there to get the kill. Still, it's a very nice bit of free for ToeJam, who was somewhat trailing and is now looking still not comfortable because he's been at the sledge for, I believe, the last 15 seconds, being pelted by projectiles, but finally gets a little bit in the air finally. That breaks the situation, and we're right back onto the other side of the stage. Kendrick Olimar kind of taking him for a big whirl.
You see that Kendrick is already getting ideas on how the trajectory of the grenades are going to affect his combo game, right? We saw like the hit of one back air, and then we saw almost like a full hop down air, almost anticipating that the grenade would be there. At the end of the day, with Youngling, when you get an opponent to that 140, 150%, it is going to be moves like nair, forward air. You know, a lot more becomes unlocked as those straight hits become more and more available. However, it is going to be down to Kendrick to really make the most of this lead, and make sure that he doesn't end up losing his stock earlier than he needs to.
That was, I mean, obviously kind of, you know, not intended necessarily, but the up B disengaging Nikita there is so nice, giving that option to get back quite safely. Kendrick Olimar in a good spot here to take this first game away even, but ToeJam suddenly out, alas, I mean, we see Kendrick Olimar standing up, yeah, he knew it was over, he knew that was going to kill.
He knows his combos.
Yeah.
That's the thing he knows most.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
He knows what
he's very, this is the thing, like Kendrick Olimar is very sort of confident in his setups.
Yes.
He knows what will kill, and he knows what won't. So and it shows constantly in his gameplay, always. He knows exactly the right move to do exactly what he wants it to do.
And the thing is that, like, ToeJam wasn't necessarily completely out of it, right? We saw a lovely few tech chases with the dash attacks. We saw some good ledge traps going, but it did feel like once Kendrick had that advantage state going, it was really just the name of the game, and it was going just up and up and up every time. We are seeing the pick over to Battlefield, again, maybe recognizing the fact that actually I'm getting a little bit sourced in advantage, so I need that extra safety, that top platform, just as that extra mix-up. Because, hey, if I can get down a couple more times, that could be the crucial factor.
Yeah. Nikita, that was almost a crucial factor in itself. Kendrick Olimar not quite edge guarding. We've seen ToeJam angle for a lot of these Nikita edge guards, but Kendrick Olimar so far has just managed to weather them. Not quite defeat them, but weather them at the very least. And is living and is thriving right now, putting on a little bit of percent, putting him in the ledge. Crouches below the arrow, very smart, but he's still not escaping the situation. He's still not escaping the boomerang. And great empty top with the grenade to get past. And finally, ToeJam gets a bit out of the ledge and gets a little bit of his own space and high descent with a great anti-back attack there with an up tilt.
Taking the lead here in this game one as well. ToeJam look very strong. All falls now down to Kendrick Olimar to see if he can take the stock away and even things right back up. But I feel like this is where we're going to see ToeJam go a little bit more defensive, unless Kendrick Olimar just locks in, strikes at an opening that is given to him and takes that stock away. Once again, it's just showing that he's falls, but he's never out.
Just abusing that ridiculous frame data of Youngling, trying to get the strong hit on that neutral air to break the cipher. However, the rapid jab just going to reset the situation. Throw those bombs up, cover that space. Can we get anything?
Wow.
Oh, smash on the top platform. What awareness from Kendrick Olimar.
So good.
Here we go once again, just going for that sweeping down air on the way back down just to say, hey, look, if you want to try and hit me off stage, you are going to trade and I'm going to get back for free. So you know what? Leave me in my space. I'm going to my room and there's nothing you can do about it.
There does seem to be very little ToeJam can do in order to get this kill. Up tilt not quite making it. Of course, into up tilt was not through there, so Olimar is going to make it back on because that dash attack doesn't quite hit. And here's an answer back. No up B. It's kind of what you'd expect from the player, but he's playing it safe. Safe!
Oh, well, that works out.
He's so good.
I told a big fat lie.
He's so good.
He's actually the best, and he's actually playing risky as hell with that down air, which takes away the up B, the Cypher from Snake, and takes away ToeJam's shot at winning a game 2.
That's the thing as well, right, is that obviously Kendrick was at like that high stock 2% and ToeJam was at like 30% on his last stock, so it was so worth it to even try and go for.
Yeah.
Because YoungLink, no way in the hell he's getting back from that situation, but just that really early kill. And even though we're seeing Kendrick sort of, you know, mix up a concoction whenever ToeJam's trying to recover high, that's because the answer when you recover low is so much more terrifying.
Gosh, and what an opening. What a, strong start from Kendrick Olimar here. Racking out 56% immediately. Just not slowing down, looking to be almost taking this stock away as quickly as the game began. Obviously, ToeJam once again just fighting back. This is the thing with Snake, throws out so many projectiles that all this damage just kind of builds up so quickly. Suddenly, it's actually Kendrick Olimar who's in a dangerous spot off stage. Grab comes out, though. Doesn't lead into anything just yet, though. ToeJam escaping with his life, Joycey.
Just these tricks and traps, and ToeJam has been doing a really good job at using that limited mobility to just get around those little extensions, and he's still taking a lot of damage, don't get it twisted, but the story could be so much scarier than it is. But it's looking like a bit of a nightmare at the moment for Kendrick Olimar, getting hit by the up tilt, and suddenly that grand lead that he spent all this time building has just evaporated in a second. And Zenati, we're seeing what could be a really scary part of Snake with the lead.
We are seeing that, but you also see why he got hit by that tilt. He tried to convert the grenade explosion into a down air.
Yeah, no, I did see it. Yeah.
That would have been insane, and so is this confirmed from Olimar. Quick with it, nice with it, gets it back completely, and now we're going to be looking at some damage with Nair, just not quite coming to the grab, so he's quite fine. Massive percent just yet, that down air also coming out, it's not safe at all. Stuck on ledge at the moment, and just is far too aggressive, but lives this time against the up tilt. Even though that one did kill Flash, which is interesting.
Yeah, that one didn't, but that one did.
Ooh, interesting there. Just Kendrick being a little bit too far forward. Manages to convert anyway with back hit of the neutral air. However, maybe not quite putting ToeJam in the situation that he wanted. And I love Kendrick's use of YoungLink's utterly ludicrous frame dation. Just zaring in ToeJam's face and then going for that spot dodge. ToeJam having that next level of awareness though, just electing to just completely get out of the situation. And we can see right now both players have got percentage racking up and up and up. Forward throw finally rearing its head in this matchup, and Kendrick just not quite managing to be aware of that Cypher and the roll behind forward tilt. Smar is going to take it.
Yeah, I mean, this is really scary for Kendrick Olimar right now. Has got to take the stock away pretty quickly. And with ToeJam now just going a little bit more on defensive, keeping that side, so distance away from them, it's going to be even tougher. You can just rack up all this damage fairly freely, and this all falls to Olimar to do anything you can to take the stock away. But aggressive down air from ToeJam is just going to keep racking up all this damage. I feel like he's just navigating around all these projectiles that Kendrick Olimar is trying to throw out.
Gotta throw that bomb away just before it manages to kill you. Nearly 160%, and it just passes here on ToeJam. Forward tilt into the grenade.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, ToeJam not being able to do anything about that, and Kendrick Olimar only 72% to make up. We've seen the kind of damage that YoungLink can do. However, you've got to be able to get back on stage first, and you at the ledge is where Snake thrives.
Thrives in these neutral situations where he has a big lead, where you must approach into C4, into grenade, into the heater. ToeJam right now staying up camp. Does not quite find the kill, but is still comfortable off stage. Bounces off of
that's scary.
I believe that we can still make it back, but Nikita then hits the head. And finally, ToeJam gets a game, taking away that stock in a very comfortable manner.
Get that game on the board. I mean, that again, it just felt like a very dangerous position for Kendrick Olimar. I mean, it did turn out to be extremely dangerous. Like, even just trying to disengage that Nikita, obviously the fact it sort of took so long to do so, and then just still sent you away anyways. It exploded then just gave ToeJam all that time to fire out another one, and just don't have the resources, the jump, the upbeat, anything like that to disengage a second one. Just get smacked by it. Lose the game. Here we go, game 4.
Potentially another 3-1 on our hands. We might see our first game 5. Hey, anything can happen here at losers quarters of Avalon, won by the wonderful Warwick Nintendo Society team. And friends, and we're back to stadium. We're saying, you know what, claustrophobic, that's not my style. I want a bit of space. I want to breathe, my friends. I want to breathe.
Our Snake's camping situation usually can be quite perilous for a lot of the characters. Young, of course, has these sort of options and Sebastian. So this space can be really, really nice overall. It can mean that you can just kind of take your time, poke him out a little bit, force him to maybe get some damage from his own projectiles. Kendrick Olimar is using it well already. We have to get 89 in situations at ledge. 104, this is where percents are getting dangerous. This is where kill confirms are kind of coming online at this point. So ToeJam is going to have to play a little bit more careful to make sure he's not suffering any sort of blowback. However, the down air bounces off the up smash, lets Kendrick Olimar get out of the ledge situation, and he's continuing his sort of method of oppression right now.
Wow.
Method of aggression, taking that first stock with a confirm.
Felt like ToeJam was a little bit unawares after that jab and just didn't manage to press a button to get away from the set and the plot that Kendrick had for him. But however, that ever reliable up tilt is going to seal that stock. Only 15% here on ToeJam. However, Kendrick, he can rack up damage much better than most of them, let me tell you.
Stay back a little bit. Make sure the Snake has to engage his own objectives. Usually his main goal is to blow up, but if he's blowing up himself, that is not incredibly helpful for ToeJam right now. He's taking 99 through a combination of normals, but also just getting hit by these projectiles. Getting on quick on a lot of
We convert off that! We convert off of that! Kendrick, you're cracked. You're actually cracked.
What awareness. Such good awareness to just have that super fast option there available. That up air, so fast, so disjointed as well, and just perfection, honestly. I like that from ToeJam, just sort of knocking on the door and then playing a bit of knock door runnings, trying to keep Kendrick spooked. However, not quite managing to get that extended outcome, that grenade with the back air as well. We can see Kendrick just trying to get past this absolute minefield that ToeJam is setting up at the moment, because we've seen what Kendrick can do when he does get those openings. You see the up throw into the up air. Ooh, I like the attempt there. Tech chase on the platform.
Oh, you've got to be careful those C4s. I mean, we're at some dangerous percentages right now. ToeJam certainly looking to get that up tilt to seize up this game, take us to a game 5. But Kendrick Olimar is throwing an onslaught of projectiles to take us there. We see a mini pop-off there from Kendrick Olimar. You can see how much that meant to him, how scary that position was at the end there. Taking it 3-1, keeping the bracket dream alive, moving on to top 4. Incredible run from an incredible player, but we gotta give props to ToeJam, a superstar of this bracket, making it all the way to 5th when no one expected him to.
Kendrick Olimar will not be fearful at those high percents because he has nothing but